what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot.
Butterfly family, thank you so much for joining me on another video. I would like to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the family, the butterfly family. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mita. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget, I have a 500 subscriber giveaway. So if you're here and you want to enter that giveaway, make sure you watch the video titled 500 Giveaway Journey. If you're a sub for sub, make sure you drop your channel down below so that I could go show you some love. I still got a lot of channels I have to catch up with, so bear with me, and I will be showing the pages some love. I've already started to, but again, I have a lot of subscribers that I'm subscribed to, so please just bear with me. Today we're going to be doing the easy après dupe, or the what is it called, the e-nail couture, soft gel, putting on the nails and stuff like that. Just, you know, simple, something fast, something that anybody could do, especially now that the quarantine, it's still here and it's still very real out there. This is just something that you can do to get your nails did and make them look very nice at home. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the nails, but I am going to use acrylic to build the strength, simply because I have more of a color selection with acrylic. So if you guys want to see what I do or how I do what I'm going to do, stay tuned. Okay, so I already picked out my shades, and what you want to do at this point is you want to take the bottom half of the nail and just roughen it up with your E-file and an arbor band, just to remove the shine on the bottom. That way it will stick to your nail better. And I went ahead and did that to all of them. Let me grab another one and show you right here. See that? I just removed the shine. That way it will stick better with your nail. And let's proceed. Welcome back, butterfly family. So as you can see, and as I stated in the previous video, you want to size your nail, the fake nail that you're going to get. You want to size them up, and you want to file the inside of the well of the nail. You want to make sure that you take the shine off, so that way the nail can adhere to your natural nail. Because if it's shiny, it's going to slip right off. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the drill, and you're just going to go in there with an arbor band and just remove the shine. You don't have to go in and take off any of the, you know, make it thinner than what it is, but you definitely want to make sure that it looks completely white in the inside. That means that it is etched up really well in there, and that's how you want all of your tips to be, so that they can stick on. Now, for those of you that have tried this, and I know I follow a lot of nail techs, everybody has their own technique, everybody has their own way to apply this. But what I'm going to say is, I guarantee that most of these women out here will tell you that their nails will last a good 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even longer, if you do this right. So it's important that you go in and follow every step and follow it thoroughly, so that you could have your nails done and have them done nicely for, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then you won't have to go to waste any money. You could do this at home and not have to bother with having to pay somebody to get it done. So what you want to do is start by pushing your cuticles back, and you want to be gentle. You don't want to go ahead and start like going in and start pushing it really hard. You just want to go in lightly and start removing the dead skin. I don't know if you can see, but the white around the edge of the skin that's like kind of stuck to the nail, you want to remove that. And if you don't have an E-file, after you push your nails back, you could simply take a file. It could be a curved file, These are better because it kind of goes with the shape of the nail. And you could just take it out, go nice and tight to the cuticle, and just file back and forth lightly until that cuticle is removed. And you see that already, just by me doing it lightly, some of it already came off. Now there might be times where they're a little stubborn, so you could go a little bit harder, but not putting too much pressure, because you don't want to remove a lot of the nail, because that's how your nail gets damaged. But you want to gently file the shine so that your nail could be nice and dry without any oils, and then the fake nail would stick on, and it will stick on for a while. Now, if you don't want your nails to last long, then you could simply put it on like that, but I'm guaranteeing it's gonna pop off, or it might not even stick, to be honest. I haven't tried it without doing this part, but a lot of people, they go ahead and they don't do this, and then they wonder why it doesn't stick. I know I've seen a couple of women try, and they're like, oh, I tried the polygel and the polygel doesn't work. Or it starts, look at that, you see, like that bit of skin that just came off, all of that is dead skin that just comes off. And once you get it off, then your nail will be prepped. So that's how it should look. All the shine are removed, and then when you're done, you want to make sure that you dust this off. I'm going to do the rest of my nails, and I'll be right back to go over the next step. Okay, now before we go on to the next step, I just wanted to show you, if you did have a nail drill and you are a beginner, you just want to put it on a low setting and not apply any pressure at all, because this will eat up your nail if you do it wrong. So you just want to start with the edges and go around it, around the cuticle. Make sure you get nice and tight around the cuticle to get up all of that dead skin. Go around, and then when you're done going around the whole cuticle, you go above the nail. And you will see that it takes off all of the shine. And all you need is an arbor band. This right here is an arbor band. And you want to go, like literally, this is how fast you should go when you're taking off the dead, well, not the dead skin, the shine, pretty much, off of your nail. So once you remove the shine from your nails, what you want to do is you want to start to dust them off. And you would take a little nail duster. Let me grab mine right here. You take it and just dust it off. You could use one of these, or you could use literally one of these brushes. And these come with most of the kits. And you just want to make sure that you remove all of the dust, because if there is dust on your nails won't stick either. It's like, it's a never winning thing. So once you take off the shine, you take off the dust, you're going to go ahead and dehydrate your nails. Now, I have a dehydrator, and it is a nail prep. Well, a nail prep by miasecret, and it's Dehydrate the Natural Nail. And this, you just put it directly onto the nail. Now, if you do not have one of these at home, you can make your own. And after this waste, I'm just gonna continue to make mine at home. And what you need for that is 100% acetone. So the pure acetone, and you will need alcohol between 70 and 90%, and just do equal parts. So half and half on a little container like this. and you will be all set. That will be all that you need for a dehydrator. And what you want to do is you're gonna go ahead and dehydrate each and every one of the nails. Now, a lot of my followers are already nail tech, so this might not be a good video for you ladies. But if I miss anything on here and you happen to watch and you want to add to the comments, just in case anybody new is watching, be my guest and add whatever it is that I missed, if I missed anything. Now, I have a lot of great women that I follow that do amazing nails. So if you happen to spot one in the comments and you're a new subscriber, check them out. They have great content just the same. So we dehydrate it. After we dehydrate, we want to put a primer. Now, a primer is just like makeup. When you put on a primer to the face, it's just going to make sure that whatever you put on after that primer will stick nice and perfect. So with this primer, it's going to work the same. You just want to go ahead, take the primer, and just place it right on the nail, avoiding the skin. Now, I have fat fingers, some chubby fingers, so I'm going to get my skin a little just because my sidewalls are extremely huge. But it's okay. I'm not going to freak out, but I know this isn't good for a prolonged time to apply this on your skin, because you could develop a allergic reaction after some time. So definitely keep that in mind. You just want to stay away because it spreads. So the minute you apply it, it will spread to where you need it. After you apply your primer, and this one is the Extra Bond, and it's for acrylic and UV gels, and this one is by miasecret, and it is an acid-free primer. I also have the Young Nails protein primer, and this is a non-acid bond as well, and it is for any kind of nail enhancement. So this is great also to use. Young Nails, and this one is also great. I only have the little containers, and I need to get a second bottle, a bigger bottle, that is. So once we did the primer, now it's time to stick on the nails. Now this is probably the most important part, because you're gonna need a UV lamp, and the UV lamp that I'm using is a small one, so you might not see what I'm doing, but I will show you before I put anything on there. Oh, actually, you're gonna put a base coat onto your nails. Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna put the base coat onto the nail, the fake nail, and you're gonna put a layer onto the real nail. So what you want to do is you're pretty much sticking the fake nail with the base coat. Now, you don't need any special base coat, nothing like that. The one I'm using is a Sexy Mix one, and it's not that bad. It's thicker, is on the thicker side, so that's why I'm using it, because it will fill in some of the gap, because these are a little bit curved and my nails are flat. So it will just fill it in a little bit more. So what you want to do is you want to put a layer of this on your nail, your natural nail, and I'll do like 2 nails, so you can see how I apply it, and then I'll do the rest off camera. And then what you want to do is, after you apply it to your real nail, you want to apply it to the well of the fake nail. And you just want to go ahead and make sure every area that you pretty much filed is coated. So, sorry, I got this unplugged. Let me plug it up now before we get started. Okay, took that off. Sorry, I'm working behind the scenes. Come on. Okay, so I got my base coat in here and on my pinky. I'm gonna turn on the light. Light is on, and I just want to make sure that I hold it nice and tight to the skin, to the nail, and remove the bubbles. And when I do that, after I apply it to the nail, I'm gonna put it right to the UV light because it's gonna flash cure. Once it flash cures onto the nail and you put it under the lamp, then you could put all of them in the big lamp so that it could dry fully. So what I like to do is I like to kind of prop it up on one end so that I could hold my hand underneath it and hold it down so that it's not loosening up while I let it go. So I'll just go ahead and put my hand right underneath. And you gotta be careful because, one second, I'm having a little technical difficulties. Yeah, so you gotta be careful because the nail will kind of slip if you don't have it set to a certain way. So what sometimes I'll do is like prop it up onto my hand so that it doesn't slip. And I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble right now. I just did my whole, you see, look, I just did my whole other hand with no problem. And this one is just giving me so much trouble. And I know why. It's because I got the camera on. And that's what happens when you got the camera on. It just wants to act up. So, I got it under here. I'm going to press the light. And I'm going to hold the nail on there. And you just wait till the light turns off. Hopefully I didn't stick it on crooked. And be like, you could go wash your hands. Oh, thanks, Tammy. And she's like, this finger's crooked. You know, that's your finger. Your finger go like that. Okay, so far it's on there. I just got to put it into the bigger lamp. So once I do that, I got it on this one. I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to grab another one. Another nail. I'm going to take the base coat. I'm going to apply a little bit onto my nail, my natural nail, and the rest I'm going to apply right on the fake nail. And I want to apply enough because this has to grip your whole nail. And you just stick it on. Okay, let's do this again. So I'm going to hold that. And I'm going to hold this down. And then you just wait. Once it dries, you carry on to the next nail. Another thing I like to use is Polygel. And I'm going to do that with one of the nails so that you guys can see. I like the Polygel method better, especially with these nails because these nails are curved. So they have like a higher arch and my nails are completely flat. And with the curved ones, it doesn't reach your nail bed, so you need something in the middle to kind of fill in. The base coat is a little bit on the thinner side, so you kind of need that extra medium to go right in the inside, because look, this one already has a little air bubble right in there. Now, yes, that would make the nail pop off a lot sooner, but for right now, the whole surrounding edge is covered, so that's a good thing. Now, the thing that I don't like with polygel is that if you put too much polygel, it'll seep out and then you're gonna have to file it. So just keep that, make that aware, or keep that in mind when you're doing or using the polygel. For these two, I am going to use the polygel. Now, the polygel is simply, literally, like acrylic and gel together, and it makes like a sticky paste. I don't know if you can see that there. It's like a sticky paste. Now, I'm going to put base coat on these two nails and put it under the light and let it dry, so that I can start to use the polygel. So now I'm gonna cure these two nails under the light, just so that it has a sticky base. And I'm gonna cure those two. And guys, I just ordered the Kiara Sky gel nails like these. These are not authentic gel nails. They're like the cheap version of gel nail. They're not really gel, it's like a plastic. But the gel nails from Kiara Sky and Après and Nail Couture, they're made out of real gel. So the quality and the look of it is a lot more authentic. But with this and doing it at home, it's just a lot cheaper and you get the same effect. You know what I'm saying? So I ordered the whole kit and I'm waiting for that to come in, and I am dying to use their lamp because it's just so nice. You could literally cure your nails without needing to hold your hand under something and propping anything up, you know. And I cannot wait for that because this is annoying right now. So I just put the base coat. I'm doing the polygel right now. So for the polygel, you don't need to put the base coat on here, because we put it on the finger and we're using polygel on this side. And what you want to do is you want to use the very, very little amount. This is a clear polygel, and you're going to use like literally, like even that much is too much, because it'll start to seep out of the nail if you apply too much. Now what I do is when I'm going to apply it, I start from the top and glide it down so that not a lot comes out to the cuticle, but enough. You see what I'm saying? Now it's on there. It's held. And I could go ahead and put this under the lamp for the time that it needs to be, so that it could stick on there. Now, there you go. It's on there. Now we're gonna go ahead with the other nail. You see how much easier that was? It just stuck on there. So that's why I like to use the polygel. And this I got from Burano, and I love their polygel. They have the like really good polygel. I like this one. I like the Sexy Mix. There's a few that I like that have really great polygel. So again, we're going to go in with this one again. We're going to start from the top and we're going to glide it down. And we're just going to put it under the lamp to cure before it decides to lift. And remember guys, once you stick on the nail, you're going to put your hand on the bigger lamp so that you could have the polygel would pretty much cure fully, because this is more like a flash cure. So I'm going to hop off, take care of that, and I'll be right back on for the following steps. Okay, so we are back, and I cut already my length after I stuck them on. You see how with the polygel everything is all covered, there's no air bubbles, everything is just all fully covered. And this is why I like to use the polygel as a glue instead of the base coat, especially if you have the curved or the arch nail and you have a flat nail bed. Now if you have the flat nail and you already have a flat nail, then you don't want to use the polygel because it's gonna seep all out through the edges, and that is just annoying to try to repair. Now, like I said before, I am going to apply acrylic. This is all acrylic on this hand. I'm going to apply acrylic on this hand, but what you want to do first, now if this is where you want to get up to, you could just apply nail polish, glitter, chrome powder. You could do the nail stamping on this nail on its own, and it will last you a good amount of time, a good 3 weeks if you did everything before I showed you. If you do that right, it will last you like a good 2 to 3 weeks. But if you want to make these a little bit stronger and you want to experiment with acrylic, then I would tell you to take off the shine on the actual fake nail, so that way the acrylic has something to stick onto. So now what I want to do is, if you don't have an e-file, you could use a hand file the same way that I showed you. But if you have an e-file, it's just a lot easier to do it with an e-file. So you just want to go ahead and, sorry, I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm trying to look at the camera and do my nail at the same time. So I'm just going to go around the cuticle area, go around the edges. Make sure you don't get your skin because it does hurt. And then you just want to remove the shine. Again, you don't want to take off any bulk of the nail, because then it will be pointless to try to build it if you're taking off the bulk. But you just want to take out the shine. And you don't need it at a crazy fast speed, but you want it at a speed fast enough where it's not going to stop on you when you put a little pressure on it. And that's the way it should look. Once you're done taking off the shine, then what you want to do is dust off your nails to remove any powder. And then you could go in with your acrylic. So I will show you guys how I apply my acrylic. I like to use like a lot of colors and stuff like that. So when you're using like colors in the acrylic, you don't want to use a lot of it, because then you're going to waste your product. What you want to do is build your design with the color and then go in and build your strength with the clear acrylic. Okay, and then we go to the next nail, go around. You're going to take your duster or your little brush. And then you're gonna grab your colors. Now, I did a lot of neon pinks and, you know, rainbow colors. So I got my little pad here. I got my brush. I got my liquid, my monomer. And I'm just gonna try to get that a little off the way. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I just got a whole bunch of clutter in here. And I'm gonna grab my colors. Let me push this a little over. And now I got the cherry. I did the cherry first. I'm gonna open that up. I did the orange. Cherry, orange. I did the yellow. The green. The blue. And the purple. Now I want to see how I want to do my placement. Okay, so on this hand I got my rainbow on my pointer. I'm gonna do my rainbow on my middle finger on this side. So what you want to do is wet your brush, take off some of the liquid, not a lot, and I want to start with my rainbow. So my last color on my rainbow was the purple, so I'm going to go in with the purple first, and I'm going to tap that in right at the edge or at my cuticle, because that's the color that I want to start with, so that I could start my little rainbow. Now again, you don't want to flood the cuticle like I just did right now. So what you want to do is take off the acrylic that you have and just brush on the side of it. Brush at the edge and just clean out that edge, because it will dry on there and then it will look really funny. And once you do that, you're just gonna brush the rest of it down so that there's no lip or cliff. And again, you're not building strength right now. What you want to do is literally just paint the nail so that you have an art underneath it, and then you could always build the nail later with the clear, so that you're not wasting the little bit of colors you have. I mean, if you have an unlimited supply of colors, then by all means do what you gotta do. But you know, it's broke bitch season, and I don't got that money to be replacing. You know what I'm saying? So now I go in with my blue. Now I don't want to spread it in too much to the purple, but I just want to tap it, and I kind of want to go a little at an angle and then brush down. And it's gonna look a little funny at first, but I don't want this to be like, I don't want this to be precise, and I don't want it to be I don't want it to look too blended, pretty much, and I don't want it to look too planned or too purposely applied. So I just want to just throw on the color and then smudge it out. And I'm gonna go in again. I'm gonna go in with my green and I'm going to apply that right next to the blue. And again, I don't want this to be perfectly even, so what I'm doing is I'm applying it and then brushing it out. And again, it's not gonna look cute or even or anything, and it's like a watercolor. That's the kind of effect I'm trying to give, or the kind of illusion I'm trying to give with this. So like a watercolor. So I'm just applying it, smudging it, and then brushing out so that the darker or the concentrated is more in the back. Now I go in again, and I'm gonna go in with the yellow this time. And with the yellow, I'm gonna go in below that, spread it out, brush out the excess, and then tap it in there. And I kind of want to tap it in instead of applying a glob, just so that it looks like a watercolor instead of, again, anything precise. I go in with my orange. I spread it out, brush it forward, and onto my pink. I apply the pink, spread it out. And that one, after you apply it, you kind of want to keep pressing it in so that it's not so dark. Once you're done, you're gonna, with the rainbow part, you're gonna wet the brush again, but now you're gonna just go over everything one last time. And this is just gonna brush everything down so that it looks more like a watercolor. You're gonna go around your edges, and that's the way that I do my little rainbow nail. So now I did a glitter nail on my ring finger on this side. I'm gonna do that on my pointer finger. And for this one, I am using NVP's glitter mixes, and she has one that I think is called like Princess Diamond or something like that. I forget the name. But it's just beautiful, and I love that. Look at how pretty that is. So again, you don't want to build strength with this. You just want to make sure the whole nail is covered. Now you go in, apply your acrylic, make sure you get the cuticle, spread it out nicely to the cuticle, make sure you don't flood that cuticle, and then you just brush it up. Now these acrylics, MVP's acrylic, they are so pigmented and they are so fully loaded with glitter that, look at that, I only grabbed one medium-sized bead and it already covered the whole entire nail. Like, I don't need to go in anymore to grab anything else. I got it all right here. And look at how sexy that nail looks. Whew, sexy. So for the rest, I'm just gonna do like a color blend, or more watercolors. This one had pink and orange, this one had purple and blue, and this one had orange, yellow and green. So I'm gonna prepare for those, and I will be right back. And we're back. So let's get this started. I got the pink and orange on the pinky. I'm gonna do that one on the ring finger, And I started with the pink on the bottom. I'm going to do the orange on the bottom this time. So what I do is I place it again. Just placing it right on my cuticle. Now, if you want to, you could let it set a little bit so that it's not so runny onto your cuticle and you have better control to place it. And then you just run it. Run it, bitch. And then I go in with my pink. And I'm gonna go the opposite way this time. Now, the pink might overpower the orange, but you just want to drag the pink just a little lower because we're going to go back with the orange and go up with the orange again. Grab some orange, place it right in the center, and then just brush it up. Clean out your cuticle, and there goes that. Nice and pretty. Now I got the purple and blue in the middle. I'm gonna do that one on the thumb. And I did the purple and the blue straight. I'm gonna do them diagonal. So I'm gonna do the I'm gonna do the blue on this corner here. Bring it to the corner, drag it out. Drag it out. Go around the cuticle, clean your cuticle. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the blue so that I could fill in some more of this side over here. And I'm just gonna walk it right across. And then I'm gonna go in with the purple now and go on the opposite corner. And I'm gonna bring that right above, walk it up to the corner, make sure that I'm dragging it off to this corner, and then I'm gonna bring it down, making sure I grab all of the edges. And then if you feel like it's a little see-through still, you could go in and make it just a tad bit darker and brush it down. And if you feel like now it's overpowering the blue, you could just grab a pinch of the blue, put it right in the center, and walk it. Sorry, I ended up putting some on the inside. Okay, there we go. Brush that out. And then you're gonna grab just a regular monomer and just go in and go over everything. And this just blends it all in together nicely. And then I'm gonna do my green and yellow, and I did this vertical on this side, so I'm gonna do it vertical on this one. So I'm gonna do green on this edge and apply it up and down. You don't have to be precise. You just want to make sure you cover every area and avoid the cuticle or flooding the cuticle. I'm gonna keep saying that throughout this whole video. And it's also good if you just let it kind of set a little before you try to move it, just so that you have some control. I'm gonna put a little bit more towards the middle so it could cover more area. And when you get towards the middle, you kind of want to just brush it lightly. Then you're gonna go in with your yellow. You're gonna go the opposite way and apply it right at the edge. And you could again wait for it to set. Clean off your brush. Clean out the cuticle. Go back in, a little more yellow at the top. Work it out to the side, to the center. And then you're gonna go in and apply a little bit more green to the center. Oh, there's a little lint. To the center. And this time you could go up and down. So you could drag it to the middle. And on this side you could do the same thing. Go up and down. And when you do that, you could place it right in the middle and then just up and down. And that way, it kind of meets right at the middle and you have a good blend. Then you just want to go around the cuticle and make sure that you grab everything that's there. So once you got this done and you're done with it, you don't need no more of these color acrylics. You could just clean your brush, place it down until you're done, put it away, these acrylics, and I will be right back. And we are back. So I got my clear acrylic right here, and I got my monomer again. I got a bigger brush this time. I like to use a bigger brush to apply the clear, just so that I could take care of more ground. And I just go ahead and place that right at the center, and then I just start pushing the white or the clear right to the cuticle. Again, not trying to flood it, but you want to make sure that you get the cuticle, and you just want to wipe, and you just want to pat into place the acrylic you just put on there. Once you get the cuticles into place, then you could kind of brush down, and you just covered the whole nail with the acrylic, and you don't have to worry about anything else not having acrylic or not having the clear, because you just covered the whole entire nail with a bigger brush. So you could use the other one, the other brush that you were using to apply all the other colors. It works just the same. It works just as good. And you just do the same thing we did with the rainbow colors. You just apply it at the cuticle. Don't flood it, brush it down. You want to go around the cuticles, brush it again, clean your brush, pat, pat, pat. Make sure everything is good. If you see anywhere that might be sticking out more than the other, just pat it down. And there you go, another one with the clear. So now let's just say you don't want to use a big brush. I'm not comfortable using a big brush. So you just go in with your smaller brush. You grab your clear. You get a bead. Place it at the cuticle. And make sure that you cover the cuticle first. All the way through the edges, all the way through. Once you have everything covered and you're comfortable, you just comb it down. Brush it down. Oh my God. You could tell I'm a hairdresser, right? And then you just brush it down. You already removed it from your cuticle. And you made it halfway into the nail, so now you want to put clear to the other half of the nail. So you go in, grab another bead, apply it right to the top part of the nail, and you're just going to place it where you want it to be. Shape it right where you want it to go. Make sure you pat it nice and neatly. And then you want to just comb the opposite. I got a little piece of glitter there. And then you just want to push the rest of the clear down so it could blend in with the rest of the clear that you just placed onto that nail. And there you go. Let's just say that the smaller brush gives you better control. And that's how that looks right there. So you go back in with the clear, grab some white, cuticle, tuck or place into your crease. To your crease, your cuticle. Oh my God. Now I'm on a makeup tutorial. Lord Jesus. I gotta know my films. And you're gonna brush it down. You're gonna go around the cuticle again. Making sure you clean it up. Making sure you wipe it off. And now you just have to cover the top of the nail like we did with the other one we just did. You're going to grab the clear, place it onto the top of the nail, place it where you want it, how you want to shape it, and then when you're done, you're just going to brush the rest back so it could blend in with the stuff that you just placed before going. There you go. I'm going to finish my thumb and I will be right back. Okay, beautiful butterflies, so at this point you already got the acrylic on, you already got the clear on. What you want to do is file the edges to make sure that there's no acrylic on the side walls. And you want to make sure that they're dry. They'll make a clicking noise. you good. If it sounds, you see the dullness? If it sounds, this is still a little wet. But either way, you just want to go. Wait till it makes that clicking noise and just go around the sidewall. Now, depending on your application, you could go right on what you have and you don't have to file on the top, but I just like to go around the cuticle after I apply my acrylic because it just gets fluffy. It's inevitable, you know? So I just go around the cuticle. And I just go right around. Go over the top and again around the cuticle. And this is just gonna remove any bulk or anything sitting on the skin if you accidentally got it on there. But nothing crazy. You're not applying that much crazy pressure. And there you go. And you do this to all of your nails. And when you're done, you could just decorate. Or you could leave them as is. Apply top coat and put them under the UV light. And you're all set. And you would do the same thing with Polygel. If you choose to did your nails with Polygel, you would build the nail with the Polygel and do the exact same thing that we're doing here. For those of you that are new and are trying to figure out which one to do, I think the Polygel is a lot easier, but because I don't have that much variety in colors with the Polygel, that's why I kind of stick with the acrylic in this area. But if you are a beginner and are only doing this because you want to get your nails done during quarantine and that's it, then I suggest getting the Polygel for sure. But if you are a nail enthusiast and want to get into the nail business, then I definitely suggest you investing in some acrylics and a nice brush, Kolinsky brush, 100% Kolinsky. And yeah, I think you will be good because you have all the time in the world to practice. You know what I'm saying? So after I do that, I literally just went through it. I'm gonna take my buffer and I'm gonna go over everything I just did, and this just helps you smooth out those lines that you create when you finish filing, and it smooths out the edges as well. And you're just gonna go over it. And then after this part here, that's when you could go in and apply the top coat, apply any chrome powders. I have one of the unicorn powders on this nail, and that's why it looks kind of like shimmery and the other ones don't. And I'm gonna put that on it again. And see how that looks. If you guys have any questions, or if I didn't explain something too well, let me know, and I'll either make another video to cover the bases on that, or if you guys want to see how I do these with the Polygel and how I would apply or do the same thing with the Polygel. Okay, so I already buffed it. Now what I want to do is I want to put on some bling. I want to do the same thing I did for these. So that's kind of tedious, and what I would do for that is I just get my bling box. With all of my bling, it goes from like the smallest size to like the biggest size. And what I do is I grab a brush and I grab my nail glue and I just go to town and start sticking. But normally it would work better if you had like a little wax pencil or brush, but I don't have a wax pencil or brush, so that's why it's so tedious. I'm like trying to work it out with what I got. So now the middle finger, I am going to do the same ones I did on this hand, I'm gonna do on this hand. So I'm gonna put my glue right at the cuticle, and I picked 3 mediums, so I picked like 3 of these. Okay, there's 2, 1, 2, and grab another one, 3. And then I picked the tiny ones, and I got some tiny ones here. Here's 1, get that right there, get in there. Okay, let me put you guys back. 1, get in there. 2. Let me grab some more little ones. Oh, where'd you go? Come back. Okay, there you go. Okay, and one more little one. No, damn it. Come on, little one. I need you. Okay, and then I did another right here, and then another one over here. Oh, I grabbed too many on that one. That one was a 2-for-1 special. Okay. And that's for my middle finger. Okay, my beautiful butterflies, so I'm back. This is the nails, fully dried, and with the top coat, I'm going to apply my sheer unicorn powder. And I'm just, normally you will have like one of those eyeshadow makeup applicators, but I ran out of those, so what I am gonna use is my finger, and I'm just gonna take the powder and literally rub it in all over that unicorn nail, that rainbow nail that we just finished putting on. And then when you're done, you're gonna top coat that one again top coat that one again to seal in the chrome, the unicorn powder. I said chrome, Lord, I can't even talk today, boy. Okay, we're gonna make sure that the unicorn powder sets in with the top coat, and then we're going to put it in the microwave, the UV light. After we do that, then we're practically done. We're all done. We just clean off the nails with alcohol, put on some cuticle oil, and you are set for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then you will know how well you did by how fast they come off. So if these bad boys come off within the next hour, try again, boo-boo. If they come off in 3 weeks, you got this in a body bag. Okay? You got this in a body bag. Now, not gonna lie, it's not easy. And a lot of times you're gonna wanna like curse everybody out. Literally, you're gonna wanna like flip out and curse everybody out. So now what you do is you're gonna take your brush again, and you're just gonna go around the nail cuticle with alcohol. Make sure everything comes out, all the dust and all of that good stuff. And then you're gonna take your cuticle oil. This one was a cheapy one I got, but I like it because it's really thick and it's peach scented. But I got it for like $1 and it works. You know what I'm saying? If it works, it works, right? And you just apply cuticle oil on your cuticle, and you rub it in, and you will be the envy of every girl that can't get their nails done during quarantine unless they watch this video. So spread the word. Spread the word, mama. There you go. This is how I do my nails. Hope you guys like it. Let me know if I helped you in any way, and let me know if you need any more help. And if I missed anything, girls, make sure you kick it in there. Make sure they know. Spread the knowledge, baby girls. And if I didn't miss anything and this helped you, come back and let me know, or tag me wherever you post your pictures at. All of my handles are down below. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Don't forget to stick around, turn on the notification bell so you could get notified when I release another video, and make sure you come back for that other video. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, be well, and have fun. Love yous. Bye.